What's up, guys and gals? It's my pleasure to welcome you back to the Nerd Castle today for another glorious episode of Dawn of War 2 for the Emperor, which is about all you can say when you're a Space Marine, just for the Emperor. Let's take a look at our goals here. Now, we can go to the Tech Priest camp on Typhon. We can go fight off orcs at Angel Gate and help the Imperial Guard out. Seeing as I have a soft spot for the Imperial Guard, being that that's what they would make me if I was in Warhammer 40k, all of us would be stuck being Imperial Guards if anything went wrong. You have to have a little bit of a soft spot for the Iggies, simply because they're like normal, like 5'6" human beings in a world of crazy mutants that are all trying to eat you, dismember you, or otherwise kind of sacrifice you to Slanesh, which is both a horrible and amazing thing at the same time, but mostly horrible. Probably almost 100% horrible. Let's go to the star map, and we're going to jump over to, I think it was on Meridian that we needed to take a look. Although Typhon looks like it's got a bit of a problem going right now. There's a lot of infestation going on. We have some active distress signals here. We've also got some missile launchers, which looks like you actually put them on Dreadnought armor. That's pretty badass. Shoulder-mounted rocket launchers, the inner mech warrior player inside of me really wants those. Let's jump on over to Typhon Primaris, and we'll go ahead and we're going to get the rocket launcher because I really like rocket launchers. If we get ourselves some LRMs, that would make my life so much better. Let's go ahead and jump through the Tingle Gate here. And there we are. We're tingling, we're feeling nice, we're feeling very relaxed. Although jumping through the warp can be a harrowing experience, at least you get to that nice little Pringle feeling.
Planet Typhon orbits a star on the outer edge of subsector Aurelia. Its lush jungle canopy shrouding it in mystery. Among this beauty lie the keys to our salvation and the roots of our destruction. Commander, we have located the Tech Priest base camp, but it is in grave danger. An orc mob is heading straight for their location. We cannot let the orcs reach the Tech Priest base camp. If the Tech Priests are killed, we may never find the astronomic array.
Okay, so we have a couple options here, and I do want to find the one. Let's take a look and figure out what's going on at this location. So is it into the Hive?
Commander.
Okay, it is that one right there. Taking a look at our level spread, I feel like Thaddeus is falling behind, which strongly coerces me into bringing him along. We'll figure out who we're up against first, though. I don't like bringing him. He seems nice to bring against enemies that actually set up defensive lines and things of that nature, so like orcs, stuff like that. The reason I don't like swapping him for Cyrus when we're up against the Nids is because being able to one-shot Zoanthropes and some of the other bigger, nastier guys tends to make my life a little bit easier. So let's go do into the Hive, I guess, because that's the one that's going to give us the missile launchers, which right now I'm completely and totally being seduced by the missile launchers, so we'll just do that. You want to read the dialogue, or is it just me? It's because I backed out, isn't it? Alright, you're going to punish me. Well, it says, we've located a primary hive in the swamps of Typhon. We believe this hive houses a toxin pool that will supply us with the genetic sample we were looking for. And so with that, we will be able to take care of Captain Thule. And more than likely, he's probably going to become our Dreadnought, if I remember correctly. Let's jump straight into the mission then. It looks like it has heavy concentrations of explosive spore mines. So a ranged build is definitely going to benefit us here. The spore mines, not so good to bring Thaddeus along if you've got like absurd amounts of spore mines. It's not like you can jump on them and pop them and make your life any easier. So let's do this thing. Tall walls and vegetation can completely conceal your units from the enemy. Well, yeah, I figured. I like it when they have like tips down in the bottom where they're like, hats go on your head. Just a tip. Boots go in the boot slot. They're just really obvious.
At the heart of the Tyranid hive lies the reclamation pool. We must have a sample of this purified essence. With it, we may revive Captain Thule. With it, we may develop weapons against the Hive fleet itself.
I was gonna say, that poor Tyranid. He probably just got done with lunch. He's just walking around. All of a sudden, the drop pod's gonna land on him.
Your target is on your map display. Collect the sample there.
Understood.
I would prefer to get into position as rapidly as possible right now, just to say that I did. Simply because, you guys know, they like to bum rush me. The Tyranids love the bum rush, and I'll be honest, even in real life, the bum rush is a great tactic. It works like all the time. Let's see here. Put the tackies right there. We'll have Avitus be up and behind, but they are hiding behind rotten swampwood. So we've got a little bit of a deliverance situation here. Hopefully, between the banjos and the life-consuming insectoids, we should be alright. Although they never struck me as particularly insectoid. Like, they're in a hive, but they don't look like... Oh, they came up behind me. That's funsies. Let's go ahead and... Oh, never mind. They took care of business because they're a bunch of bamps, and I should have more faith in them. Let's go ahead and use our scouts to figure out what's up and ahead, because that's pretty much what they're for, so why not use them in the extent that we would use them otherwise? Ooh, looks like we got a couple runners here. That's alright. Not a big deal. Looks like we've got a warrior with a barbed strangler up there. I might consider sniping him just to say that I did. There's two of them, actually. I don't think those... Are those the grenade launching ones? I can't remember. Let's test it. Force Commander! Force Commander, ho! He's insulted now. You called me a hoe! I'm gonna call down an exterminatus on your mom. Let's get over here. Alright. And then once we get them into there... Okay, fantastic. The Force Commander is remarkably resilient to just about anything you can do to him. He doesn't really appear to be too bereft about the lost HP. He seems to be more or less okay with everything you can throw at him. Which, from what I understand of Warhammer 40k heroes like Sly, Marbo, and all those guys, that's what they need to do. They need to make a Warhammer 40k game where you play Sly Marbo. Like, Marbo is the main character, because Marbo just has genitalia that are just like basketballs, essentially. If you don't know who Sly Marbo is, I would urge you to go to 1D4chan and, you know, just check out Sly Marbo. Just read his description, just to get a feeling for him, and trust me, by the end of the article, you'll be like, Sly Marbo is the coolest person I have ever heard of in my life. Let's drop... We have two different options. We can cut right or we can cut left. Being indecisive like I am, I just need to pick one right now before I get waylaid just sitting around here forever. Let's have a look and see what's down this way. Okay. Some Tyranids. Not unexpected. Given the preceding events, not unexpected to have some Tyranids around. Let's go ahead and put him into focus fire mode in the hopes that they will never get close enough to actually like ruin our lives. I'm gonna put him into melee badass mode, which means he gets like that throbby Jason Statham like vein in his forehead, and he starts saying things like, "Give me the briefcase," and then just like walks off like karate kicking people in the face, Roadhouse style. Just Roadhouse. And that went remarkably well. Let's get everybody nice and advanced. Maybe even extend them out a little further than I would otherwise be comfortable. In this case. Looks like we've got a nice horde of spore mines over here. So let's go ahead and bait those since he's got a teleport. Or maybe we'll just bait whatever these guys are back. Tacky Marines should be able to handle him anyways. I am liking the new gun on Cyrus. It's dealing a lot of damage. It's putting people down. It's putting people down like... Well, I'm not even going to use that analogy because it'll make people sad. It involved pets. I'm going to put it like, it involved pets, and people get sentimental about their pets. I know I do. But in any case, that probably would have been somebody be like, "Oh, kitty, I miss you." Let's see if we can bait some of these mines back. Please don't blow up on me. Also, don't blow up on my tactical Marines. Please die first. It feels strange like begging an inanimate object not to blow up before it gets... I heard the sound of a Ravener right there. They make like a little hiss noise. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's get the Force Commander back in and over here. And then with them, we don't really have an ability to...
Do not let them escape.
Do not let who escape? Oh, did the Ravener dive back under? That's fun. Any creature that can swim through dirt like water makes me terrified. Ah, he's like a little hitman right now. It's a Tyranid who's essentially like shaved his head and is now running around with a barcode on the back of his neck, just like choking out flight attendants. No, he ate one of my scouts. That was a dick move. Why would you do that, Tyranid?
That was the last of them.
Expect more attacks.
Well, which is it? Is it the last or expect more? Come on now. I'm gonna need a little bit less ambiguity here on these kind of status reports. You can't say that was the last and then be like, wait, there's more. Well, I guess you can. You can recant your previous tactical analysis of the situation. This is one of those weird episodes, like, in post-production, I've had a sneeze, like, sitting in my nose right now for, like, the last 3 minutes, and I'm like, why won't you either just go so I can edit you out, and I will delete you from existence, sneeze. I will take you, and I will crush you with my audacity. And at the same time, I'm just like, well, I kind of wish it would go away, too, so either, like, it's a shit or get off the pot moment, sneeze. You need to decide what you're gonna do. Looks like this place is fairly well cleared out right now. I guess I'll move the Tactical Marines up because I'm feeling very ballsy at the moment. And we'll have a look at... Oh my god. That is a ton of spore mines. I should probably bring up as much fire as I can here, try and kill these things off, but... I think Avitus should be able to handle them. That's another reason I brought him. I kept my team the same because all the spore mines, I said that already, but... The ranged options need to be the ranged amounts need to be at their apex. If we're going to be going up against loads and loads of spore mines. Once we grab this CP, there is an objective here, interestingly enough. We get the bio sample. We can head up and capture that other shrine to the Emperor, which I think we'll probably do. We've got enough time. It's looking pretty good right now. I got no need to rush. I have literally nothing to do tonight. That's making content for you fine folks. That's how I bypass my evenings, although I might go get chicken strips, because chicken strips are badass.
Commander, gather the sample at Moose Edge. This will allow us to prepare an antitoxin for Captain Thule.
Tyranid warrior, keep it off the commander.
No, let it be on the commander. The commander's fine, he's got a giant fist. He's like El Fisto right now. He's perfectly fine. The troops have started calling him El Mano. The Hand. Alright, awesome. Let's go ahead and actually let's get our scouts replenished right now. I just realized my scouts are in terrible form. There's only Cyrus left. His last little batch of recruits are not looking so good. Oh, are there more spore mines? How long is this going to take? A long ass time. Okay, well then never mind. I fall back and I don't want that anymore. I take back everything I've ever told you to do. Oh, and there's going to be a bunch of them up there too. Well, hopefully they don't pull. I'm gonna have the... I feel kind of bad for the Force Commander right now, but... What is all this? They're just gonna stand there and get shot? I guess if that's what they want to do, I'm not gonna complain about it. Move some of my troops up and in over here to cover the Force Commander while he kind of grabs this pool of swamp goo. There we go. Just bowl some of them over and then let Tarkus handle the rest of it. Alrighty, fantastic. I went to 7-Eleven the other day and I bought one of those egg salad sandwiches they keep in those coolers. My colon was so upset with me. My colon sent me a letter. It said I want a divorce. I was like, yeah, you can't. You're attached to me.
Well done. Sample collected.
You're a mistake.
Analyzing the data to prepare the cure.
We have the sample. Our work is done. Make for the extraction point marked on the map.
More like make for the shrine that gives us lots of goodies.
Brothers, we go.
Let's get on in over here. I think they should be able to kill... Oh, they destroyed my log. What are you doing? That's not better than bad. That's worse than bad. It's awful. Is Ren and Stimpy still relevant? Like, that's one of those things that's just like, did Ren and Stimpy die out? Because, like, I'm always wary about referencing things from my childhood now. Alright, so we got rid of all the guys there. We haven't got any loot on this run, which is a little bit Disappointing. Let's get the tackies up in here. Maybe have Avitus and his guys be over here. Ew, they're shooting spore mines at me. Let me teleport in here and punch this thing to death if I can.
Bombardment from a hive node. Destroy it.
Gentlemen, my recommendation would be that the rest of you shoot. I mean, if you don't want to return fire, expect perforations and large piercings.
Be vigilant.
Maybe kind of move out, kind of spread out across the swamp right here. I'm gonna put them in scout mode just in case they piss off anything over here, like any crazy tyranid alligators or whatever.
Incursion at my location.
I don't think we need any swamp gators running around.
Advancing.
Or nitty gators.
Commander, toxin analysis complete. Beginning revival.
Teleport the force commander in. Let's get rid of some of these guys over. Oh, where is that at? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Let's have them stealth on over and then we'll shoot that thing in its weird little sphinctery face. Oh, that didn't work. That was disappointing. The last episode, it killed it altogether. Well, fine then. I don't want to kill you anyways. I wanted to rip you to shreds. And hopefully they can do that before they end up losing troops, because I don't want to fall back to the nearest CP. And there it is. Luckily, not very accurate. For pushing out those little hive farts, not very accurate. I suppose I'm going to cut up this way because I do really want this shrine up here. Anything extra that helps us with future missions is something that I feel like is pretty much a critical objective. I don't feel like, you know, walking away from anything. Like, why did I just move Avitus up to... Oh, no. Let's go ahead and teleport him in and put them all into melee badass mode. AKA JS mode. Marbo mode. Marbode. And then once we get up here, I don't see anything yet. Let's move everybody up that I can for now, I guess. I'm really hoping we don't get flanked. Like, if things can walk around in this upper, they can. I see a ramp. That's disappointing. Oh, and they're already back. So hopefully the Force Commander can punch those to death, which is the manliest way to death something. When it comes to inflicting death with a giant fist, I really feel like it's pretty high up the list. Like, if you could kill people with beef jerky and bacon, those are pretty manly ways to kill them as well, but... Let's move the entire squad up forward. We'll keep the Force Commander in position. Get everybody in behind these weird little slug-looking rocks. Have a look around. In California, during the winter months, we have these big slugs. They're not banana slugs. They're like another breed, but I find them all the time when I'm out and around. They're like slugs that are maybe... Oh, I don't know. Probably like 7 inches or 8 inches. They're pretty big slugs. In fact, you can see them breathing. That's like how big they are. You can actually watch their respiration through these little holes in the back of their heads. I forget what they're called. I looked it up one time. That guy's got a venom cannon. Those things are nasty, if I remember correctly from the tabletop. Let's go ahead and snipe him just to avoid the possibility of that doing anything terrible to me. You can take the okay, it's not sniping anymore, man. It's not sniping any longer. Yay, a useless piece of dreadnought plating. Just what I always wanted. When I was a little kid, I went over to my cousin's house for Christmas one time. And my cousin's parents had told him to, like, no matter what he got for Christmas from his relatives, he should be, like, thankful. And so every single present he opened, they got it on camera. You can watch it to this day at my family reunions, and it's just this little kid, every present. Like, he opens like 400 presents, and every single time he goes, just what I always wanted. With just that intonation right there. It's pretty hilarious. Like, it's funny. The things kids say. God, wipe that out, and then this actually isn't defended that well. Those venom cannons hurt like hell, though. Let's move him forward. Get the recruits on up and in here. And once the scouts are in here, they'll just capture this bad boy right here. And then we'll make an about face. I wish we could get up and in here a little bit easier, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. At least we'll get a shrine out of the deal, though. A pretty badass shrine from what it looks, too. I mean, they all kind of look the same. They've all got kind of the spherical, kind of cylindrical, topped with a sphere type deal thing going on. With a big archway door in the front. But this one looks nicer. I don't know why. It looks more friendly. Looks like it'd be more likely to invite you over for coffee and a few biscuits. Let's about face. And I really just need to actually just... Oh, sneak attack. Maybe I'll set them up on the edge of the swamp and let the tackies take the brunt of this advance, if I can. Do we get experience for those? Oh, we do. You get experience for the mines, too. I wonder if you get experience for getting blown up by them. Did you learn anything in this battle? Well, I learned that I probably shouldn't chew on the spore mines. They look tasty, and they do have kind of that... they taste kind of like calamari, but at the same time, they've got a chewy consistency that is both delightful and wonderful, but... those explodey spores kind of ruin the experience. You guys are killing me here. Run up, point blanket. We have ranged weapons, but let's run up. Destroy those bushes. There we go. And now everyone is doing the opposite of what I would enjoy them doing. Let's make sure we get everybody into nice... oh, that's weak. Alright, let's move everybody up here. Force Commander's probably going to get blown up at this point unless these guys can come in and save him like righteous blood angels. Or righteous blood ravens. Looks like they've got us surrounded for a moment too, so let's head back in over here and handle all of these guys just so we don't get run on from behind. I'm going to put him into melee mode. And everybody just stand out in the open. Make like a guardsman and just stand there and blindly fire at things. That's what we do, right? Like, don't go into orc mode where you're just firing your gun just randomly in every direction. Like, we don't want to go into big shooter mode, but we do want to stay completely and totally in guardsman mode since there's no cover. Alright, so now that our gun line has been successful, I'm going to move people forward and we'll figure out what's going on over here. Looks like they are able to draw a bead on that thing, which is good because it spawns lots and lots of tyrannids that I don't want to be birthed. The birthing process, regardless of the species, tends to be pretty brutal. I had a human development course one time and I didn't go to the first lecture, and I showed up at the second one and I walk in and they were just doing like a water birth on this giant like IMAX screen. How they fit it inside this lecture hall, I don't know. But apparently we needed to watch a birthing in IMAX, and it was intense. There's not a whole lot of adjectives that I can apply to that.
Tyranids hatching from the nest. Hive beast kill.
Alright, let's grab this CP and then we'll kind of just... oh, never mind. Kill them! Awesome. Get in over here and wipe that thing out. I don't want that to exist anymore. It's messing with my trypophobia. It's got little holes in it. It's making me feel all weird. Those look suggestive. God. Oh, you can tell I'm tired. My brain is just running. It is just running all kinds of places, and it just refuses to tire out too. I wish that its little brainy thighs would just burn out at this point, but it won't. It just keeps running. And unfortunately, it has a direct pathway to my mouth, which makes the whole thing that much worse. Let's bring the Force Commander in if we can. We've got no cover over here. Oh, and they spawn from right there. Yay! Oh no. This could get ugly really, really quickly. Yeah, I was gonna say, let's go ahead and let's shield everybody, just in case. So there's our protection right there. Blessing of protection, which, if some of those mines had made contact with us, it's nice to have a no shit button every now and again. Let's blow that thing up really quickly before somebody photoshops it on the side to a lady's neck and then post it all over the internet. It makes me shiver. Nice, there it is. And then we'll wipe out this one too. You know what? Tactics be damned. Just run in, shoot, and shout. It's a new strategy. It's not entirely foreign to the Space Marines, but it's more employed by orcs.
Be vigilant.
Put everybody back into kill mode one more time. Fall back with those gents right there. Hey, you guys should be shooting spore mines. What are you doing? Alright, well, let's kill the only one nest left.
Tactical squad repositioning. Formation, brothers.
Be vigilant.
Apparently the Tyranids have gotten their hands on a bunch of our supplies. How they manage that, I don't know. They like crates. It's something that Tyranids, they don't tell you that in the fluff. Tyranids love carrying crates around.
Hive Tyrant.
Oh my. Devastators, get yourself into cover. And let's throw down a shield for now until I adapt to his tactics. I don't really know what he's going to do. I'd like to bring my sniper in, so at the bare minimum, they're able to take shot. Oh, there's a little launchy thing. Bad things are happening. Horrible things are happening, and it makes me sad on many, many levels. Let's take our sniper rounds for now. As soon as this group gets clear, we're going to have them focus fire on the Hive Tyrant. Ooh, that was a close one. Force Commander almost bit the big one there. Put him into battle mode. Alright, so he's in battle mode now. Everybody focus on the Hive Tyrant. You guys run the hell away. I would love for my sniper to take a shot. Ooh, we have a Dread. I'm actually going to have them start cracking open some crates so that I always have access to some medkits. Medkit! Everybody get out of the way. Don't get charged.
We've destroyed their birthing chambers at last.
Force Commander needs a little bit of loving here. Oh, and get over here. Dread, deal damage. I command you, Dread. There we go. Get some nice flamer action in there. Bioplasma, let's move everybody around. Actually, while we wait, I'll probably have them shoot the lid off those crates. Oh my god, he one-shotted it. Well, I have no complaints. Dreadnought smash indeed.
Well done. This hive will wither without its tyrant.
And Captain Thule is with us again.
Is that you, Gabriel?
It is Thaddeus, Captain. Do you not recognize me?
The secrets of Cronus shall not pass my lips.
Captain Thule must rest now. His revival was a long and difficult process.
Victory is but a prelude to the next battle.
Okay, so now that Ladon Swampland is out, we got a Cyclone missile launcher. Still not a whole lot of loot to be had. We kept everybody alive, always good. And we got some extra deployment. We don't have... Oh, we do have... Yeah, 2 additional deployments. We're making good time on this run. As far as loot goes, we got the Rights of Repair, which allow us to repair the... Looks like vehicles, power generators, and tarantula. I'm going to assume that it's for Davy and Thule. We got a new pistol, which is good because we'd actually been low on pistols lately. So I think we'll probably give that to the Force Commander if it's any good. Oh, it gives him a bunch of melee skill too. Yeah, awesome. That's probably where it's going then. And we get to play around with the Dread, which is basically...
Administering the antitoxin.
Powering the armature. Captain Thule, can you hear us?
Excellent work, Commander. Captain Thule's return could be the difference in our fight to save the sector. It is good to see such a close friend and such a fierce warrior back from the dead, even if he is confined to a dreadnought. Most importantly, the biotoxin sample you collected will allow us to develop a weapon with which to deal a killing blow against the Hive Fleet. But this weapon will avail us nothing if we cannot locate a critical weakness in the Hive Fleet itself. Continue your efforts to recover the data from the Tech Priest's astronomic array on Typhon. We must also secure a manufacturing facility advanced enough to produce these new weapons. The only such facility in the sector is Angel Forge on Meridian. Angelos out.
Alrighty, well let's have a little look-see at Davy and Thule, since he's the only one who can level up right now. Let's also give him some plating. Let's see, we can either go with the +1 to will combat with energy regeneration and energy, Or we can go with the Barding of Mars, which gives him more health and makes him resistant to explosives. Considering that's pretty much what's going to take him out in the overall run through the game, I might do that. I don't know if I want him to be a replacement for Avitus, so basically a support unit, so we can give him Manifest Death. There it is right there. Or we can give him the Orc Crusher, which will make him melee like the Force Commander. I haven't decided which way I want to build him just yet, but I'll probably bring him along a lot more than I bring Thaddeus, just because he's kind of the brute force orc tactics that I'm used to. Let's back him off for just a moment, though. I don't really know what to use on him just yet. We're just going to avoid that decision for now. It doesn't look like there's a lot of leveling to do, so I think I can break off this episode fairly cleanly right now by saying, I'm happy to have you here at the Nerd Castle, as always. I'll see you guys next time, and take care out there, everybody, for our next episode of Dawn of War 2.